Hi guys, me again JR and welcome to Place by K. So for now, we will be showing another video for Ragnarok Origins. So this will be my champion guide for PvP. We will be showing off my stats, the cores, the PvP skills, and also the equipments that I have. So without further ado, let's get started. So currently my stats, I will be showing off the PvP stats here. So here I have 99 bit, then the rest was placed to intelligence. So bit of course for us to have physical defense, then higher HP. Next would be intelligence that will provide us SP and also magic defense. So for this kind of build, this is actually important because it will actually give us a lot of SP for Asura damage. And aside from that, for the other build that we will be showing using the Survivor's Rod, it will acquire SP as well so that you can utilize the energy code auto proc. Next, for my stats, I have here the FO Asura build. That's pure FO and Asura. For this build, I am also using this sometimes if it is on 3v3 PvP, depends on the enemy. If you encounter a whale using the PvP build that I have showed earlier, there is a chance that you can't one hit a whale because of that. Most of the time, whales actually have a lot of PvP damage reduction. So I will be showing you how to counter that. First would be the stats. Of course, as much as possible, you have this kind of stats. Next would be the weapon cards. It is very important for you to use Hydra or Scale Worker for you to counter the high PvP damage reduction of the whales. Also, you might need to do switching so that you can increase the Asura damage using the fist. So next, I have here the Agi SDR build. Well, this one is only for grinding. For my FO grinding, I am using the FO Asura build as well. Okay, now let's go to the equipments. Here, if you can see my equipments, the equipments that I have, let's start with the armors. So I am using Goib set. So this is the Goib armor, which increases your max HP a lot. Then aside from that, the set effect of this actually provides max SP plus 15%. So that will provide you a higher Asura damage as well. Then for water, wind, earth, and fire damage, there will be a reduction of 10% if you are using the 3 Goib armors or equipments. So next would be the Goib Spolder. So for this, it is actually good because of the range physical damage reduction. So if you can notice, snipers here on global are not that OP, but the damage are very high. So this 10% can actually help a lot, especially for us champs that are melee. So will provide us survivability against snipers or magic crusher builds. So next would be the Goib Greaves. So for the Goib Greaves, what I like on this shoes is the move speed plus 5%. So being a glass cannon or one hit dealer job, it is best to have a higher move speed as much as possible. So that's why if you can notice, my face gear here or the face wear that I'm using is Lunaglyph. It's because of the auto proc of increased agi that will actually provide bonus movement speed and agility. So the movement speed, that's what I'm after for Lunaglyph. So next, let's go with my headgear. So for my headwear, I think at the moment this is one of the best headwear for us, Crown of Luna, since it actually provides us damage reduction and damage bonus to medium-sized enemies. That's both 4%. So that's quite a lot. So you can have higher damage and also lesser damage received from medium-sized enemies. So that's for PvP. So it also provides high def and MDef, which is plus 16. Then STR plus 5, in plus 5, and Dex plus 5. So I would recommend for you to use this headwear. Next would be the Doram Pipe. So Doram Pipe, this was just released few weeks ago. So it provides high def, MDef as well, and physical attack And also, if it is refined to plus 10, damage to medium monsters will be added for 3% and also reduction by 3% as well, which is very good for PvP. Next would be the accessories. Of course, I do have ring here, which is I will be switching to Nile. I'm about to level up right now, so I will be switching to Nile. Okay, yeah, maybe let's just do that. Okay, so we're back. Here's the Nile Rose ring. So it provides high STR, physical attack, and also dex. And for every 10 points of STR, it will provide physical attack plus 4. So refine plus 5, it will add STR plus 2 and dex plus 1. So refine plus 10, it will provide additional 20 physical attack. So what I placed here is a Awakened Mantis card. So currently this is one of the viable card that we can have. We already have Agile Mantis, but at the moment it's still on snapping and we are not yet farming there because the mobs there are very strong. So next would be Smoky card, of course, very important for PvP champions so that we can hide and aim a high valued target. Then for the other accessory that I have, it's a ring. So it also have a mantis card and another mantis card for the other slot. So another thing that you can have is marine spear card. So if you don't have mantis card or a high tier mantis card, you can have this one. So level 15 of this can actually provide a total of 1.5% physical damage addition. So aside from that, it will provide you Magnum Break, which will increase the damage of fire spells by around 20%. So it can actually be used with Finger Offensive. For Asura, it is not working because Asura Strike is a force neutral skill. Okay, so next, let's go to the backpack. So I am using currently Space Kitty. So Space Kitty, if you reach that to plus 10, that will provide additional max HP of 3% and SP of 3% as well. Total stats, all stats plus 1, physical damage plus 2%, and MDEF and DEF 16 and plus 10. So this is what I can recommend for champions. So next, let's go to the weapon. So for the weapon, adamantine glove is being used during guild league and guild expedition, especially when times that we need to be more tanky. So as you know, if we are using an Asura Flash Core, it will automatically cast the Asura long range. Then if you have a Phoenix Ash Core, once you kill an enemy, you will automatically heal for around 10% and it will autocast Steel Body, level 6 Steel Body. So Adamantine Glove can help us add damage reduction for Steel Body, so that's total of 30%. And for the Refine plus 6, movement speed plus 10% during Steel Body for 5 seconds. So after casting the Steel Body, you will have a higher movement speed, and that's the time that you can run away from the clash. If in case that you are unable to kill the enemy, you can just body relock out because the Phoenix Ash Core only procs if you killed the enemy. For refining, plus 15 physical damage reduction will be plus 15% as well. So for 100% triple attack aggro, actually I haven't checked this very much, but when I try doing MVP, it is actually not getting the aggro of the MVP. So I am not sure if this is a bug or what. So if you refine this to plus 10, when you take damage, you auto-cast triple attack level 1. So the cooldown of that is 2 seconds. So later, I will show you that it can be used properly for large scale PvP battle. So next, the equipment that you can use. So let me show you my hotkey. So I have here the Fist level 80. So I am using Fist for ensuring that I can one hit a whale. But of course, it's not always sure that you can one hit a whale if you are using the VIT int or the PvP stats. So that's why I'm recommending, if on large scale or 3v3 and you want to ensure that you can kill a whale, go for the STR int stats, then get a fist. You can put here illusion cards, or if you have a Hydra and Scale Worker, that would be great. So Scale Worker's illusion or a Hydra illusion is also okay. So that's a total of 16% more damage to a demi-human size combined. So next equipment that I have here is the slash. So for my slash, I am using level 70 only. Most of the time, I am using this in switching with the fist or the other equipment that I have here, the high survivor's rod. So the best thing for mace type weapons is that you can equip a buckler. So the next equipment that I can recommend would be, of course, cracked buckler. So it will provide you HP, damage reduction, and also neutral damage reduction for around 11%. Then if you refine it, plus 9, incoming neutral damage reduction plus 5%. So that's neutral. So most of the time, that is just like Asura Strike. Any physical damage without converters, that is considered as neutral damage. Then this is the most important skill for this equipment. So when you take damage, there is a chance auto casting Kyrie Elation. So that's 5% chance, which is very very helpful in terms of small scale or large scale PvP battles. So especially for snipers, auto casting Kyrie Elation is of course a lot of help for us champions. Next, for the card here, you can use Tara Frog card, or Tara Frog Illusion is also viable. Okay, next, the last equipment that I have here on my hotkeys would be the Higher Survivor's Rod. So, for Higher Survivor's Rod, I am actually using this since Korea server. So, I love doing experiments when it comes to champions. So, I found this very helpful when it comes to large PvP battle as well. So it will actually provide you HP. If you have level 80, it will provide you higher HP. Then if you receive a damage, there is a 5% chance to autocast Energy Coat, which is what I have mentioned earlier, the int build that we have and the max SP pool or the stats that we have is very helpful when it comes to the Energy Coat skill. So instead of purely receiving damage from your HP, some damage will actually go to your SP. So that's a big help for us champions. So for plus 6, refining plus 6, you can actually have additional HP of 250. Plus 10 would be 200, additional 250 as well. So here, the card that I'm using is Awakened Fabric card. So it will provide you max HP, VIT, then additional physical damage as well. So 2 of that is good. Okay, next let's go to the cores. So for the core, I actually have 2 sets of core that I've been using. So currently, for me to ensure that I deal higher damage with my Asura, even if I'm using just Adamantine or Slash or higher Survivor's Rod, I am using the Mana Length Reversal core. So your damage scales with distance. You deal up to 7% more non-status effect damage to closer enemies. So that's for Asura. It's very helpful for Asura. Then Phoenix Ash Core. So this is what I've mentioned earlier. So upon unleashing Asura Strike, increases your physical attack by 1 per 22 points of max SP. So this is not useful for the PvP type. This is only useful for the Agi crit or the Agi STR build, wherein I have showcased it before the Malang Crab. So after releasing Asura Strike, you can have additional physical attack. So this is not useful on our PvP build. So if Asura Strike defeats the target, you restore 10% of your HP and immediately cast a level 6 steel body for free. So that's what I mentioned earlier. Once you kill an enemy, it will heal you for 10% and the steel body level 6 will proc. So that's the help for Adamantine Glove. You will gain more defense when you are on steel body, and you will actually have bonus movement speed for 10 seconds once the steel body procs. So otherwise, increases your movement speed by 10%. So it means once you are unable to one hit an enemy using Asura Strike, you will gain movement speed of 10%. So the core tells you to flee. Okay? Alright. So next would be, of course, the most important core for champions, for PvP champions, would be the Asura Flash core. So this can actually be achievable on Vesper core. So if you have two stats of Vesper core, which is low weight, and have this Asura Flash, that is the best option that you can have for this. So currently I don't have that. I am using a Vesper core with the regular weight, non 2 slot. So Asura Strike becomes an instant cast and gains 5 extra cast range. So aside from having an instant cast, you will actually have a long range Asura. And after that, you can either run with the steel body or with the help of Phoenix Ash, or you can just body relock out. So later I will show you some videos during guild leagues, guild expeditions, and PvP, small scale PvP. Next would be the crisis resistance and the awaken. So for crisis resistance, when your HP is below 20%, all incoming damage except status effects is minus 8%. So minus 8% is a lot. Additionally, if you have sigils, later I will tackle the sigils as well, because sigils are actually game changer when it comes to PvP battles. So next would be awakened, level 4. So for every spirit spear that a monk has, it gains 9 extra attack. So that's 9 times 5. That's the total attack that it can provide to you. So the next preset that I have here that I will show you would be this one and this one. Okay, so this is the other build that I have. So it can provide me higher physical defense. Also have the Asura Flash core, but I prefer using the other one earlier. So here I have the Phoenix Ash as well, but from 10% it lowers to 8%. For the steel body, same level 6, but the if you are unable to one hit the enemy, the movement speed will be lowered by 8% from 10%. Okay, so let's put it back the way it is. So Mana Lens Reversal, Phoenix Ash, then the Asura Flash Core. Okay. Oh, see? I still have Asura Flash Core with Vitality level 3. So this is better than the other one that I have. Okay, so next would be the skills. So let's go to the first job skills. So we will have here level 10 Blessing, level 5 Agi, level 5 Heal, level 10 Angelus. Of course, we need higher defense as much as possible for PvP. Then level 10 Kyrie Elation as well, wherein it will help us a lot when it comes to physical damage, just like snipers, Scene X, Assassin, Lord Knights. So it can actually save us. Okay, so for second job skills, we will be placing Call Spirit for level 5, which is a prerequisite of Zen on the trans job. Next would be level 5 Critical Explosion, a prerequisite of Asura Strike. Then, of course, Asura Strike. Then we will put triple attack to level 1 for now. Then Spiritual Cadence, we will put this on level 5. We can unlock Body Relock for level 3 Spiritual Cadence, but we need level 5 of this so that we can get the other skill on the trans second job that can regenerate our SP. So next would be, of course, body relocation. So body relocation here in global does not require you any spirit spear, does not require you to be on critical explosion state, and does not require SP. So once you do Asura, an enemy, you can just body relock out. So for Flee, let's put it on level 3 just to unlock the steel body. Then I will put level 10 steel body. Why would I put level 10 steel body? Because for large scale PvPs using adamantine glove, level 10 steel body is a very helpful skill, especially if you need to at least go in front of the clash, check the HP of the MVP, or if you are a shot caller, it is very helpful for you to be very tanky. So I would suggest getting level 10 steel body. So the rest of our stats, we can put that on Iron Palm. So Iron Palm level 5. Level 1 triple attack only, just for us to have a triple attack. Okay, because for the adamantine glove, it is always level 1 triple attack. It will auto cast level 1 triple attack even if you are using level 10 here or on the passive. So let's save that. Next would be the trans second job skills. So of course Zen level 5. Then we will be having Feast of Four Symbols. Why? Because Feast of Four Symbols, if we consume 4 Spirit Spheres, triggering triple attack heals you for 4% of your HP. So imagine you use this for Feast of Four Symbols. You have an adamantine glove. You are getting chased by enemies, for example, melee enemies, or you are under a clash. So every time you proc a triple attack, it will heal yourself for 4% of your HP. So that's a lot, right? So it's a free healing. So it's a good help for tanky champs. We can actually use the 2 spirit sphere as well. So what it does is when consuming 2 spirit spheres, triggering triple attack reduces your target's ag by 6 and movement speed by 60% for 2 seconds. So next, let's go for the tranquility. Of course, for the tranquility, we will have this on level 10 as much as possible. But for now, let's put it on level 5. Then we need to unlock the blade stop. So for second job, we can actually have level 5 flee just to unlock the blade stop. So blade stop level 5. So level 5 blade stop is important because if it's on low level, the only skills that you can show is finger offensive, invasion, and the chain combo. So for level 5, it will actually unlock the Asura Strike. So once you do a blade stop, if an enemy is attacking you, you can still cast Asura Strike after that, even though if you have 4 Spirit Spears only because you already used the other one to the blade stop. Then, okay, level 5 blade stop. So, next, we still have 13 skill points. So, we can put that on tranquility. Let's max it out because tranquility will actually help us save SP pots. So, it will provide 30% HP and 72% SP within 3 seconds of channeling. So next is the connected way of fist. So this one will actually increase your weapon mastery for knuckles. So it will be helpful for adamantine and fist. As much as possible, if you can put that on level 10, that would be great. But here I will place one Raging Palm just for me to have a knockback effect during PvP. So here, if you are on safety wall, you will no longer be pushed away from the safety wall if using Raging Palm Strike. But sometimes I've been using Raging Palm Strike just to push away the enemy. Then I can body relock out again. Okay, let's save that. So again, as much as possible, get level 10 of Connected Way of Fist. Okay, so we are okay with the skills. So next, let's go to the sigils. So as I have mentioned earlier, sigil is very, very important and a game changer on PvP field. So let me show you my recommended sigils for champions. So for sigils, we actually have 3 kinds of sigils. First would be the build imprint. So build imprint is class specific. So here we have the one finger zen for champions, which actually increase the throw spirit sphere once the layer of zen or the stacks goes up to 10 layers. So it will be having a higher damage of finger offensive. So that's total of 10%. So you can actually unlock some of the build imprint here, and that will provide you around, for example, a collection stats for power of Phaeton, that's for Sin X, it will give you range physical damage reduction 2%. For Whitesmith, physical damage reduction. So it's up to you. You can use this for collection and have the extra stats that is provided by the build imprint. So for us, if we can have the build imprint for LK, that's physical attack plus 1.5%. So let's go to the active imprint. So active imprint, what I can suggest for you to get on this imprint is you can have the red imprints. The red imprints can actually be purchased on guild auctions, world auctions. Then for Asian Power, I believe it can be bought on auctions as well. Then for Frozen World, this can only be looted on the Verucci treasure hunting. That's where you can get it. But it's just shards, so you need 50 shards for you to build the Frozen World. Let's go to the active imprint for champions. So let's start with the Holy Light Descending. So Holy Light Descending, for me, even if we are a damage dealer class, I would still recommend getting Holy Light Descending, since this will create a barrier, so within the area, that reduces the damage taken for 30%. That's for 10 seconds. So it is very useful on large scale PvP, small scale PvP as well, but very useful on a large scale PvP. So next would be the Sword Ultimate. You can have this as well. So Sword Ultimate provides high damage as well. So if in case that you are unable to kill an enemy with Asura, just ensure to cast this first, because this actually has an SP cost. So the next one would be the passive imprint. So what I can recommend be the let's start with the Swift Breakout. Where is the Swift Breakout? Okay, first would be the Swift Breakout. So Swift Breakout, after continuously moving for 4 seconds, the Swift Breakout status will provide you a damage reduction for 20%. That's for 10 seconds. So just by moving, you will actually have this kind of buff, which is of course very helpful for tanking capabilities for utility champions as well. So next would be the Immortal Body. So for Immortal Body, after taking damage, it will actually increase your movement speed by 5% and restore 5% of your total max HP per second for 10 seconds. So it's one of good sigil that can provide healing over time once you are attacked, and provides movement speed as well. The other one that I can suggest would be the Deadlock Aurora. So when HP is below 20%, it immediately restores your HP or max self HP by 50%. So it has a high cooldown, but just think of it, if you have that specific sigil, it can actually save you most of the time. So another thing would be Courage Blessing. So for Courage Blessing, when your HP is above 70%, reduces the damage taken by 20%. When taking damage, and reduces the damage taken within the 10 seconds afterward by 30%. One of the best sigils here would be Courage Blessing. So it will provide us much tankier champ. Next, let's go to Glass Cannon champ. So we will go for the DPS. What I can suggest for DPS champs, Energy Drain. If we can have this Energy Drain, so Energy Drain, you will gain 1 stack of Energy Drain effect every 1 second. So it's total of 10 seconds, maximum of 10 stacks. So when dealing damage, you will consume all of the energy drain stack, wherein each stack will increase the damage dealt by 1%. It is one of the best offensive sigils for champions, because normally once we use Asura Strike, there is a 10-second cooldown as well. So after that, you will be able to cast another Asura Strike with the bonus of 10% damage. So if you don't have energy drain, you can actually use the Megaton. Where is the Megaton Bash here? So Megaton Bash, you can have this as well if you are unable to get the energy drain. So for Megaton Bash, when dealing damage, increases this damage by 5% if the amount of damage is higher than 70% of the target's max HP. So of course, Asura Strike, we deal a very high damage, so of course there is a higher chance for us to get this bonus of 5%. So if you don't have Megaton Bash, you can have the Fierce Bash, but it only provides around 3% bonus damage. So remember guys, that these passive sigils, active sigils, and build imprints, they provide a lot of PvP stat, damage reduction or HP. So just like this one, Fierce Bash, if you level it up, it will provide you damage reduction 0.20%. So damage reduction, that includes magic and physical damage reduction. So next, there are actually PvP stats here as well. So for example, this one, the Immortal Body. So if you level up the immortal body, that's by getting shards, so you can actually snap it on store as well, then dismantle, then that's the time that you can have 20 shards, you can level it up. It will permanently provide you PvP damage reduction of 25 as long as you are using that specific sigil. So this sigil, it provides a lot when it comes to PvP. So again, as I have mentioned earlier, Sigil is a game changer when it comes to PvP.
Take me by your side. I'm feeling so alive. I feel so alive, yeah. Head for a long deep dive until you arrive and finally realize who I am. Let us swim through the depths of our heart, where every thought and emotions unplugged. And as we surface, we'll see and know the beauty that lies within me and you. Take me by your side. I'm feeling so alive. I feel so alive, yeah. Head for a long deep dive until you arrive and finally realize who I am. Let us swim through the depths of our heart, where every thought and emotions unfold. And as we surface, we'll see and know the beauty that lies within me and you.
Okay guys, so thank you for watching, and I hope that this video helped you a lot when it comes to PvP for champions, and I hope you found this video informative. Thank you for watching and hope to see you guys on my next upload. Goodbye!